Greetings and salutations. I think we are all good. There's a couple things I got to do.
It's behind. Is the sound? Never mind. Remember how?
Yeah, they can hear us. They should be able to hear us.
Okay. Ooh.
Let's see. Let's go on the phone.
What?
Go on my page and see if you can hear us. But we should be live. We should be good to go.
I just had it up.
Yeah.
Let me hit play. It's bringing up strong.
My heart is steadfast, oh God. My heart.
I clicked on this.
That's Bible study. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we're good to go.
I'm going to turn it off.
Are you ready?
We can't do this every time.
This is the first time back. It's in our new studio.
I know, it is the first
Please
time
forgive
back.
us. We got to get our
I feel
situation.
like every time we come on here, we doing this like this.
I know. That's because
That's going to become our
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Okay.
In 5, 4, 3.
Action.
Welcome back. I'm Heath.
I'm Bernie.
And it's the Heath and Bernie Show. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, good people? I'm Heath Wiggins. This is Bernie. We've been married 25 years. We've been working with couples we're relationship consultants. We've been working with couples for 20.
You said we've been married 25 years.
We've been married 27 years.
All turned around today.
Give me some grace.
Start
Could you
all
please
over.
give me some grace, please? We have been married for 27 years, and we have been working with couples and individuals and singles for 25 years.
There we go.
And today, Laterras Whitfield done got engaged.
Yay, finally.
And so we are going to talk about what should he be doing right now that he's actually preparing for his engagement, and how he should be preparing and the things that are beneficial for his relationship moving forward. And we're going to talk about what we've been up to this last 2 months that we've been off. So,
Yeah.
How are you doing, Bernadette?
I am great, like Tony the Tiger says. Usually in my family, that means the complete opposite. But for me, it doesn't mean that.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
So, we have been in the house for 2 months, almost 2 months.
We moved 2 months ago.
A little bit over 2 months.
Yeah.
So we are in our new podcast studio. So please allow us some time to get the decorations and stuff done. So what had happened was this picture that we put up. You want to explain the picture, Bernie?
Yes, that picture. I'm looking in the middle camera.
Yes,
I forgot to ask you that. And that picture is a picture that I had made for our wedding. He didn't know anything about it, but I got a baby picture of him and a baby picture of me, and then they just put. Y'all remember Ritz back in the day? That's how long we've been married. Ritz camera. They the ones that did it. They took his baby picture and my baby picture, and they put actually his baby picture. He was sitting on those steps. And then, those steps right there. So they just took my baby picture and like put me on the steps. So it was like we was there together. But Heath is 5 years younger than me, so you know that's not possible. But so I had that up at the wedding, in the reception. But Heath had no idea. He thought that was him and his sister, so he didn't even know that was me. So it was a surprise I had for him at the wedding.
So it's real cute because it's a picture of me, and I'm 6 months older than her in that picture.
Really?
Yes.
Wait, what you mean? Oh, as a baby.
Yeah, as a baby, I'm 6 months older.
I don't even know how old I am. I
think you told me how old you were.
What did I say?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. I mean, I'm obviously younger. You look like you could walk.
I think I was grooving around the
You look like you could stand up from those
the
stairs.
townhouse in Flint, Michigan, where I was born.
Is that where that was?
Yeah, that's where I was born, Flint, Michigan.
I think I was on a picture with some other people. Like my father was laying on the floor. It was a group of us all on the floor, and they just took me off.
So you were 6 months younger than me in that picture, but you are 5 years older than me in real life.
Yes, I am in real life 5 years older than you.
So give us some grace as we go ahead. So, okay, the story behind that picture is that when we put it up, we were like, oh, great. It doesn't reflect the light and you can see the whole picture. But we
There's a
added some
glare.
additional lights and then it added a glare that wasn't there. And because I'm highly melanated,
He needs a lot of
I need a
light.
lot of light. And the way my skin is situated, it just absorbs all the light.
All of it.
So that picture is going to move, but we just found out a couple hours ago, and it was too late to move it someplace, or if we can move it someplace, probably could put it behind you.
Yeah, but we still wanted to explain what the picture was and how nostalgic it is.
And so back here, we're going to put up sayings and quotes and images and pictures from our past and our history of working with couples
And the boot camp.
and the boot camp, and also stuff that we have done together, trips and stuff we've taken.
Oh, okay. We got a lot of those.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of pictures. So we're going to fill this up with over time, we're going to fill this up with a bunch of stuff that is going to be reminiscent of who we are and who we've been and so forth. R. Lewis, how you doing, madam? Good evening to you.
R. Lewis is here. She faithful.
Yes, she is.
Thanks, R. Lewis, for coming back. We sorry we've been gone a while. We
Right.
appreciate you, though.
We had to get ourselves together. Indeed. So what are we talking about today? Oh, updates on the house. Okay, so like I said, we've been living here for 2 months, and we did a video. We tried to stay connected with you all by putting out these vlog videos every week or two, so that you all would be able to see what we're doing and what the process is. Not that y'all care, but some people want to know. So
Just to connect in some way.
exactly. So we put those out, and one of the things that we shared an update of was our likes and dislikes of the house after living in it for 5 days. But now it's been 2 months, and so we want to give an update. We have some likes and dislikes. Nothing bad to throw shade on the owners of the house because we're renting, but we have some updates of some likes and dislikes. So you want to go first, Bernie?
Some updates.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that other video was just 5 days before.
Yeah, it was 5 days after we moved in.
Oh, so we didn't know a lot about the.
No.
So first of all, let me just say this: he had to go out of town 5 days after we moved here, and so that meant I was going to be here by myself for, I don't know, he was gone for like 3 days or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know, it was going to be too long because anybody that knows me, I don't necessarily like, compared to where we used to live in the woods where we sold our house and it was very isolated. So I don't like being in the house by myself, especially at night. So, but I'm fine if we've been there for a while and you learn the noises of the house and this and that. I wasn't here long enough to know these noises, so I knew it was going to be a problem. And I don't sleep well when he's not here, so I was by myself in a new house. This house, oh my gosh, I knew it was going to be talking because that's what houses do. But, after you here for a while, this house had me getting up. I don't even know if I could say what you tell me to do, get my little friend and get on my knees and point at the door. I only had to do it twice in one night. Because I heard something and it, was making loud noise. But I found out that the ice maker in the refrigerator, it sounds like somebody's downstairs doing stuff, and I didn't know that's what that was. Also, when you go to the bathroom, flush the toilet, after you've done, a few minutes later, something go, knock, knock, knock. What the heck? What is happening right now? I didn't know nothing about that. So all these sounds were happening while he was out of town. I just got on my knees with my friend and pointed it at the door and waited for whoever to come in. They did not come in because it was the sounds of the house. But I didn't know that. It was just too soon. I knew him being gone that early was not going to be good. But now we know.
Yeah, and even still, when I'm laying in bed, because we both go to bed late, and sometimes I'll go to bed and I'll get in your sleep already, and I'll get into bed and I'll hear something move or something knock downstairs, and it's clearly downstairs. I'm like, okay, what's that? So,
and I don't want to interrupt you. Go ahead.
So I likewise will get my friend and I'll lay in the bed and point it at the door. Be like, okay, if I see a shadow, and the way that our bed is situated, I can see, and I leave the door open. I can see down the hallway. So there's no way you can sneak up the stairs without me seeing you first. So I'm like, if I see a shadow, I'm going to first tap Bernie to make sure that's not her, that she's sleeping in the bed next to me.
Accident.
And then we'll see what the police have to say after that.
See, I don't want to see no shadow. When he's not here, I shut that door and I lock it. I know they going to bust it down and it ain't a real lock. I know they going to get in. But I don't want to see you. I want to hear it and then shoot. I mean, have my friend go off. But the other thing with this house is, at our old house, you couldn't hear everything from way downstairs. You hear everything like it's right down the hall
That is true.
in this. I mean, you could not hear, like, if you was in the master bedroom, you couldn't hear, like, sometimes when I'm talking and I say, Heath, where are you? And you say, I'm in the kitchen. It sounds like you in your closet upstairs with me. That's how clear the sound is. It's like, wow. So it's just very different. But anyway.
Also, there is a leak in the shower. There's a leak in the master bathroom shower that is leaking in our laundry room. Now, the beautiful thing about renting.
Are you going to talk about how long your showers are, or no? That nobody's business.
I take a nice
3,
long shower,
4.
but that does not matter if there's a leak.
I just thought they should know how long your showers are. But go ahead, because it should not be a leak regardless.
No. So there's a leak.
But it is your prayer time.
Yeah, that's my prayer shower. That's where I pray. I do take 2, 3, maybe 4-hour showers.
Come on, get off the 2. Get off that 2. You know it ain't no 2. He funny.
I may take a short 1-hour shower. Like the last 2 days, it's been like a half an hour.
Because you had to go somewhere.
Yeah, well, actually less than half an hour. But that's where I do my prayer. That's where I get right.
Hallelujah. Hey. But you were saying the beauty.
But there's the beauty of being a rentor.
Yeah, this is what you live for.
Is that there's a leak in your shower.
Normally, what would you have to do with that?
I would have to fix it, but not I, said the cat. I called the
management manager.
Yeah, property manager. Who I'll have to shout him out because
he's real good.
He is really good. He is a very good property manager.
He's very responsive.
Very responsive. I mean, I when we first moved in, there was a piece of drywall in the ceiling of the garage that had some black stuff on it. It looked like mold. Don't know what it was, but I was like, "What is that? When did that get here? Did we not see that when we moved in and so forth?" And apparently, we didn't see it because I looked at some of the videos that we shot when we were moving some of the furniture, some of the our food and stuff in. Is that stain was there, but we just never saw it because the garage doors are already up.
It was a lot going on.
But anyway, he came that same day with a handyman person, and they fixed it like the next day. And then there was another issue that he came the next day and had that thing fixed. So
that's a blessing because the Lord blessed us with the last house that we rented. We had good old Bob. Miss you, Bob, already. But Bob was great. He was very responsive. Anything we call, he just fixed it immediately. Just buy it. He didn't even fix it. He just say, "What's the name brand? I'm buying a new one, and it's coming tomorrow." So I was literally oh gosh, because you never know I've heard horror stories. You never know what you're going to get. But I feel like the Lord has blessed us this time too with some really good people.
Yeah. So he came by when I told him it was a leak. He came by and he troubleshot it. We still haven't found the source of it, but. So I have to take a shower either in the basement bathroom, which is it's an issue, because I not an issue in terms of like it's a problem, but like I gotta wake up in the morning and then go down 2 flights of stairs with all my stuff and take a shower there, and I ain't about trying to do that, but I gotta do it.
I already used the hallway bathroom.
So Bernie has absconded the hallway bathroom.
Well, I use actually both of them.
She uses both bathrooms. She has utility of both bathrooms. I'm just like, okay, I give it to you because in the other house, I had the other bathroom.
The hallway bathroom.
I just took the whole bathroom over. I didn't even use the master bathroom.
You never used the So I use the master just for like brushing my teeth, whatever, and then I shower in the hallway because its lighting is good.
Why do you do that?
Because the lighting in the hallway bathroom is good for like makeup and hair and and it's kind of dull in the master. It's not as bright. So I'll just brush my teeth and whatever. And then when I go to the shower bathroom, that's where I do shower, hair, makeup, blah, blah, because the lighting is like bing. And I don't get that lighting in the master.
The lighting in this basement bathroom is really good.
It is. It's better than the master.
We've tried several iterations to figure out why the bathroom is leaking. I think I figued out what the problem is, but
they've been coming and doing stuff.
Yeah,
but
they've
it's just not working.
They've troubleshot it twice.
Yeah,
and actually 3 times, but we still haven't fixed it. But I think I know what the problem is, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a go. It's something I think will be easy, and if that doesn't fix it, then I'm like, y'all need to replace the shower. That's the beauty of renting. Yeah. Okay. The ice machine? Oh,
The ice machine? No, the AC.
Oh, the AC. The AC is it's a different brand of AC that I've ever seen, and there's an app that goes with it. We don't. Yeah, we don't have the app. We haven't downloaded the app.
Maybe that's what we need to do because this AC is just go,
Yeah.
and then when you turn it to go down.
We turn to go off. It don't go off until like 3 degrees later.
No. I don't know. When you turn it off, it'll turn off. But
I'm talking about like, when
you turn it up because you want it to heat to a certain number, it's already lower than that number and it's still on. And it's like, why is this still on? So, and I was looking at the next bill coming. So I just go turn the joint off because because I do the bills. I'm like, listen, I need you to turn off when I say turn off.
Right. Because it'd be running. But then at nighttime.
But it is good.
I know waking up in the morning, both of us got the covers all thrown off because it's hot. It's hot, especially summertime.
We have a fan though, but that helps a little.
Also, the ice machine. We have problems with the ice machine.
It's one of these fancy Samsung refrigerators. But at the beginning, I figured it out because you got to defrost it or whatever. Like, do a manual defrost where you hit these buttons and it'll defrost itself, just the ice maker. And I've done it. And I fixed it at first because it froze stuff. But now this morning, I don't know why I wasn't making ice out and I defrosted it. I thought because there was some ice in the back. I defrosted it, did the thing to make it defrost itself. It's still not making ice. I'm going to have to go to YouTube University and put in the question, what is the problem when the ice maker is not working for this Samsung, whatever? These little fancy, see what happened to the white ice trays? And you just put some water in and put it in. See, all these push button. I would have ice if I could have an ice tray and I had some place to put it. But all this fanciness with buttons and turning on and off.
You wouldn't be able to hit the little thing and then the ice dispense.
Well, I would have ice because it would be there.
That's true. That's true.
But anyway, other than that, I like the refrigerator. It's nice and big.
The last dislike is it's not anything with the house, but the owners of the house who used to live here before we moved in. The owner of the house, she allowed us to rent, and I think she was living here with her children, who are grown children.
Yeah.
They're all grown children, and they were getting their mail here. And they're still getting their mail here.
Oh my gosh, all of them, everybody.
Like the mail that we get every day,
it's not ours.
95% of it is theirs.
Yeah,
but I'm talking about like serious, like IRS, Social Security.
It's some
bills,
important court dates and tickets.
MVA, which is Maryland Vehicle Administration, DMV kind of documentation.
A couple of them did do the mail thing because that did come in the mail too. You know how it goes to your new address and your old mail. So a couple of them have done that. So hopefully it'll stop soon.
Hopefully.
But it's still coming.
The owner has multiple children. So some of the children did it.
Yeah, I said some. I don't,
but
some of them just.
We still get mail here every day from them. So that's one of the things that, and we just give it to the property manager. We're like, hey.
Here you go, big old stack.
Here you go. It stacks this big.
No lie.
On a frequent basis.
No lie.
So yeah.
No cap.
Good job, Bernie.
Thanks. I'm learning. They probably done moved on to another word.
Probably have.
Have they?
I think they have.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. So the likes that I had like about moving here is that we're back in Bowie in Prince George's County.
Oh my gosh.
So something about living in Prince George's County, Maryland, that it has its issues, but it feels
like home.
It feels like home.
Yeah.
It feels like everywhere you go, everybody is familiar. Everybody is familiar. Everybody understands the assignment wherever you go.
It's the understanding nod. Like
yeah. It's one of the wealthiest black counties in the country. Is predominantly African American, and the neighborhood we live in is very, very nice.
But you know what? It's so funny because we live around the corner, not too far from the house that we sold. So we're back in our old neighborhoods. And so we're back in our normal patterns of driving that we did for like 16 years or whatever. And I did it today. I have
You did it today again?
I did it today. I was on the phone talking. So I'm in my normal patterns and I was driving. I have passed this house several times going to my old house. And every time I'd be like, oh my gosh. And I have to turn around. And I haven't actually gone all the way to the house because if I drove up to the driveway, I'd be like,
I don't think that you would do that.
Whose car is that? But no,
You would not do that.
After a while, like right today, I passed the first entrance. You know how you get in two entrances in here? I passed the first entrance and then I went around the corner and then I'm getting ready to pass. No, I passed the second entrance and then I realized, oh my gosh, where am I going? I'm on my way to the house, but I turned around where that security guard be standing, sitting in that little, I don't know what that is.
It's
I turned around right there, but I almost went under the bridge today.
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, we, the neighborhood is very nice.
It's nice and quiet.
It's nice because the HOA here, they must do, even though they wouldn't let us park our RV.
Yeah, Isaac had to get a new home. That's what
Even
I
though
call
they
our
wouldn't,
RV.
they wouldn't let us park our RV, but they have done a great job in making sure that this neighborhood is being kept up because I think it was built in 2003, but all the houses look nice, all the lawn looks nice.
We looked at this place when they first started building. We were gonna we were gonna get a lot here, but then we found a kind of a Guinevere house on Guinevere, which is almost new.
We did, and but ever since this neighborhood has been built, and we were here when they were doing new construction. That's when we looked at the lot and we're going to build a house. But the neighborhood is really, really nice. It is nice, I'm impressed. Like this neighborhood looks for something that's 22 years old. Well, we bought the house in 2001, so it was 24 years old.
Yeah. But
this
when we first
looks really, really good.
Driving around the neighborhood, I noticed didn't nobody have boats, RVs, or nothing. I was like, you can't have no RV up in here.
They be blocking.
We had to find a new home for Isaac. He's parked somewhere else until we just went on a trip and we just go get him and fill it up. I mean, put our stuff in and.
Also, we're close to church. I really love that.
Oh, $295. Oh, we already talked about that. Yeah,
we don't have to have $295 no more.
Yeah.
And we're close to church. And so those.
One thing I don't like.
What?
I do not like the new gym around the corner.
Oh, Lord.
It's the same gym, but
it's Planet Fitness.
It's Planet Fitness. But the thing is, my Planet Fitness over by the old house, it was bigger. The machines made more sense where they were. It's not a lot of people in there. At 9 and 10 o'clock, it was very empty. This one is always crowded.
I have never seen somebody bougie about Planet Fitness.
Oh, my gosh. I have gone over because I don't like this one so bad.
Your membership is $20.
I go over to the old one and drive 15 minutes and go to that one just because I like how it. I mean, I was there for so many months. I don't like it. But today I went. I went there. And then today I walked in the gym and everybody. It's always crowded. Everything that I use, somebody was on it. That never happens at my other one.
When you're talking about crowded, you're talking about 2 bars. Like they have a. Listen, you can go on an app and see how many people are in the gym based upon how many bars. I think it's like 5 bars.
Listen.
And there was 2 bars. She's like, oh, it's crowded. It's too crowded.
For this gym, that is crowded because everybody was on everything that I use. You know how if somebody's on something, you just go use something else? You can't do that at this one. You got to wait. My other one, if somebody on something, I just go do my other thing and go do my other thing until, and then all my stuff is free. It's just nothing on it. I literally almost walked out of there and drove to the other one. I said, nope, don't do it. Save your gas. Don't walk. Don't drive way over there. You're going to get on 295 and all the traffic. But it's the middle of the day, 9, 10 o'clock. Why aren't people at work and at school? Where y'all? What y'all? Get out. It's so frustrating.
Oh, my gosh. It's so ridiculous.
I don't understand it, but I don't like this gym. I'm trying to get used to it, but today was like, oh, my God, this is exactly why I don't like this. Everybody was on something I needed.
Okay. I didn't have a problem today. I went today, and actually, they got new equipment. So.
Oh, yeah, I did notice something. And I was like, I don't remember that there before.
Yeah, they got new equipment. I was like, oh, good, they got new equipment. They had my shoulder press machine, which they didn't have last week. Anyway,
it's yellow?
Yeah.
Oh.
Before we get to Laterras and them, I have to shout out or wish my condolences to Jamal.
Oh, yeah.
Malcolm-Jamal Warner's family and the passing thereof of Malcolm-Jamal Warner. When Bernie, I think you told me that 2 days ago.
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
It happened yesterday.
Man, that joint hit different, huh?
That button. I'm sorry. That's bothering me. I'm sorry. I got a little.
You got me out here exposed.
I got a little OCD.
My cleavage was exposed.
Boy, what cleavage?
But yeah, when you gave me the news that Malcolm-Jamal Warner past drowning.
Yeah.
Oh, that don't
vacation.
hurt, man. I mean, I posted something on Instagram and Facebook yesterday saying, you know, shout out. Well, it was 2 days ago. Shout out to Malcolm and his family because, you know, Malcolm-Jamal Warner is the same age as me. And so when he was Theo, we were in the same grade. So all of the...
Oh, you was really relating to him.
And he had a sister, Denise, that's 2 years older than him, and my sister is 2 years older than me. And he and Denise used to beef actually, he and Denise had a better relationship than me and my sister did.
Yeah.
But I understood, like him, hip hop was like brand new.
Yeah.
And you know, you're trying to navigate high school.
Yeah.
He wasn't like the coolest kid in the school, but he was cool enough. And that's kind of how I was. I wasn't the coolest kid in the school, but I knew all the cool people.
Yeah.
It was cool enough, and I wasn't being bullied or punked or anything like that. I was just like that's Heath. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like that. And so I was like, I related to him so much so in a way that, you know, we were going through the same life struggles at the same time.
He was like everybody's brother.
Yeah.
It was just so sad. And I heard.
And he was, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You were talking first.
No, but I was just saying, and the fact that he was out with his family on a trip, and that's how he passed.
Isn't that terrible?
That's terrible.
But I don't trust the water, but you know, people could swim, but that whatever that
Undercurrent.
what they call it, a
Riptide?
Riptide is what, they said was the problem. And they said that place, that beach or whatever, has a really bad riptide. So
And you said that he was with his daughter?
that's what the on one of the news, it said that he and his daughter, some people saw them struggling and they went out to help, and they got the daughter from him, but they couldn't get him. And then when they went back to get him, they couldn't. They got him, but it was too late, and they took like 45 minutes trying to revive him. And then somebody went to the hospital, another person went to a hospital who was just a bystander that tried to help, because he almost got messed up too. But it's just sad. But I was listening when they were talking about, they played a little excerpt of the Cosby Show, and it just was so nostalgic when he was talking about talking to Bill Cosby and saying, it's okay that you are a doctor and mom's this, but why can't I just be me? He did this long felt speech, and then Bill Cosby said, that's the dumbest thing I ever. But that made me crack up so, because I remember watching that back in the day, and it was so funny. I was like, oh, that was hilarious.
Yeah, the
Cosby Show was like...
Everybody was raised on the Cosby Show.
Yeah, not just black people. It was for everybody watching. Although it was for us.
I mean, I don't know about other folks. But
I'm just saying, it transcends. It's one of those things that transcend beyond just us, even though it was for us.
Even though we don't have children, I wanted to be Bill Cosby as a dad. Like, I was like, Bill Cosby is like I want to be that kind of dad. No shade to my dad, who there was no issue with me and my dad fine, and we never had any issues. But seeing that on TV and how fun he was, like my dad, he was working, and my parents separated when I was 13. So by the time Theo was, I think 14 or 15, my dad was already out the house. So I didn't get a chance to grow up with my dad in the house when I was a teenager. But seeing Theo grow up with his dad and the kind of person that his dad was, that Bill Cosby was to Theo, I was like, I'm going to be that. I'm going to be like that.
I related more so with the Cosby Show because it was 5 kids and it was 6 of us.
Yeah.
But it was like a rich family, and it's like, oh, that's what it's like to live with a doctor.
You want Rich Bernie?
What? Man, I was like, I grew up thinking, oh, I want to live in that. I wanted to be a part of that house, and they had to, and even though they didn't have their own bedrooms, they had to share, just like we had to share. But it was just, it was different, because some of them was
Rudy
in the
and
same.
Vanessa had to share.
Yeah, but what about? I don't remember Denise. The oldest one was out of the house or something, because Denise had her
Cassandra
own
wasn't
room.
there, but Denise had her own room. Rudy and Vanessa had a
Theo
room.
and the boy
Theo.
always have, But I always, it was very nostalgic. Like, oh, but
yeah. So it's unfortunate,
so sad.
highly unfortunate.
I think his daughter's only 8 years old or something like that.
Yeah, that's horrific. But we want to. I wanted to express my condolences and my love for the legacy that he built.
Yeah.
Of vision and
nothing but good things. People all
Yeah.
around, even actresses and
Yeah.
everybody, are saying all kinds of good things about him.
Okay, so let's get to it. So as as you those of you who do know, or those of you who do not know, Laterras Whitfield is a legend by now, because he has had a podcast called Dear Future Wifey, and it's his journey of having been married for I think 10 years, and then he got divorced because he was cheating, and he was doing some other things, and there was a lot of tumult with him in his first marriage
that he shares on his shows.
Right, he's very honest and open about it, and he's like, I want to do this thing again, but I want to do it the right way, so I'm going to journal my I'm going to say date. It's not dating, but journal his love journey.
His journey, yeah.
Journal his love journey. And he does it on Dear Future Wifey. Now, we have had several Dear Future Wifey episodes where we've talked about content that he has shared in his relationship podcast. Now, because we are relationship consultants and we've been doing this for such a long time, we feel that, this is in our lane, so let's comment on these topics.
Yeah.
Now, whether we agree with him or disagree with him, we would share that publicly and share that openly. And I have no problems or concerns or qualms whatsoever about people who disagree with me. But the people who came at us because we did not like some of the things that he was doing, we got some flack.
No, not some of the things. It was just that show that we commented on that when he tried to talk to
our comments about what he was doing in his approach.
On that, to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The people
but
in the
it didn't
comments,
mean that we didn't like him. We just, was trying to give him some tips on how he should have.
But they
whatever.
They didn't look at that. They didn't go that far.
They didn't watch the whole thing because they just assumed that we didn't like him.
Horrible person. I will never watch your podcast. And they probably won't watch this because they checked out.
They left.
But that's okay. This is the internet. I am not offended by the internet, and neither should y'all be. For people who talk on the internet and say things that you don't agree with. Nonetheless, we do like Dear Future Wifey, Laterras Whitfield.
Yeah, we always have.
Yeah, I mean, we watch his podcast. I wouldn't say faithfully, but occasionally we watch him. He has good guests on there.
He has nice people on there.
Yeah, he's got good content on there. Some of those things I feel I just don't vibe with because it's a little too mushy for me.
He had the oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, come on now, legendary.
Everybody saw that.
But he's engaged now.
Yay!
He got engaged. So congrats, bruh. So if you know him, please send him this link so that he can watch this relationship advice we're about to give him.
Wow.
And if anybody, I mean, this is the internet. I don't need to go to your agent. Bruh, Laterras, since you're watching this now, peep this game about this relationship advice we're about to hit you on. I know you're about to get married. You've done it once already, so we're just going to give you a little bit of feedback from some veterans, some OGs up in the game, who can probably give you some interesting insight as relates to our marriage and our experience of 25 years in doing this thing. So that's what we want to share with y'all now. And if you are engaged or if you want to be engaged, please heed likewise, because this applies to not only him, but also to anybody else who is engaged. So if you know somebody that's engaged, please share this with them, because I think this will be beneficial to them as well. And then at the end, we're going to share how a way that you can connect with us if you want to work with us individually or work with us in what we're going to be doing a challenge coming soon.
So is he going to have his? I feel like I read it. He's going to have his wedding on stream.
Yeah. See. First of all, the way that he did that thing is ingenious.
Well, he had to do it kind of that way instead of just let people know. It's kind of like suspense, and because everybody been waiting for this. Yeah. Because your whole podcast is about it.
I remember he did a podcast this year. Yeah, it was this year, and he was talking to a couple, and he was saying the struggle that he has is that the longer, because he's been doing this thing for 10 years. He's been trying to find
the Dear Future Wifey? Not
the Dear Future Wifey, but he's been on this journey for 10 years.
How long he had this show though? When he it's been a couple of years, right?
It's been
about 5,
maybe 5 years. So it's like every year he's like, I'm getting married this year. I'm gonna find my wife this year, and then he doubles up. But he said it again this year, and it happened. He found his fiancé. He ain't married yet, so because he was engaged before. And he almost got engaged, but that was called off. She called it off at the last second.
I think the conversation that he had probably with several people, but especially with Jamal, Bryant, whatever,
yeah.
when he was talking about the other one where he moved on, whatever. That might have like helped him along the way when he met
so?
somebody else. Maybe, I don't know.
What Bernie's talking about is when he, I think
Was he
Jamal
on his?
Bryant
He was on his show.
Yeah, he was on Jamal Bryant's podcast, and Jamal Bryant, Pastor Dr. Jamal Bryant, was saying like, so what happened to your first wife? And he was telling the story about what happened with her, and then he was saying what happened to the one that you were engaged to. About to be engaged to, and Laterras was saying that she was great. She loved me. I loved her. We were working out well together. We went to therapy. Went to premarital. We went to post. We went to therapists. But the woman was feeling a little bit of reservations because she said she ain't never been loved like this before. So she just needed to get herself together because he was doing a little bit too much. She just was not prepared for all this love that she was getting.
Is that what her reason?
Yeah,
I didn't know it was that.
She did not feel worthy or good enough for it or something like that. So she was like, I gotta, we gotta slow down. We gotta call this off. I don't want to be engaged. And so from that, he was like, okay, I broke up with her. He broke up with her. And Jamal Bryant was like, you big dummy, why did you do that? Why didn't you just let her give her some time and allow her the space and time to get herself together? And then she'd probably come around. Why did he was like, nah, I ain't want to do that. And so Jamal Bryant got on this case like, you dropping the bag over here, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah,
that's what Bernie's talking about.
Well, I think it was maybe that, and then other people that have been on this show, like other conversations and like couples that how like that comedian, like the Oh My Gosh girl. Did she get married? Remember she brought
got married. Yeah,
that guy. She did marry that guy.
Yeah.
Their conversation. I think some conversations kind of helped him because that guy was kind of going through the same stuff that
that was such
dear
a good
wifey. I mean, what's his name? Laterras was going through.
That was such a good episode because her story is that she's a virgin. And
the Oh My Gosh girl?
Yes, she's a virgin, and her content was all about, I'm waiting for my man. This will be a good Christian man, and I want him to be this type. Not want him to be this type of person, but she's a comedian, and she was doing skits about, running to somebody in the supermarket and being like flirting with them. And so it was very funny. It was very lighthearted, and this aura about, I'm waiting. And so that became part of her story.
Okay.
But after she found somebody, and the dude who hollered at her, he was clever. He played the long game. He's like, I see you and I want you, and I'm going to get you, even though it's going to take me a while. He played the long game. But anyway, they got married. But
were they married when they was on his show? Or they engaged?
Yeah.
Or they was already married?
They were.
Okay. I think they were married.
They were married.
Newly married.
They were newly married when they got on the show, but they were. I think, but they talked about their dating journey, and she was like, I'm not used to guys showing up like this.
She kind of pushed him away.
Yeah, because she was like, this seems too good to be true. And so she was self-sabotaging. And so she had to come to a realization through therapy and whatever and have conversations with him, and him breaking down like, I don't understand. Like I'm doing everything right and you pushing me away. That she came to the realization that she was sabotaging the relationship because she had not felt that type of love before from a man. And so she didn't know what to do with it. She didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Which I think is a risk. I'll say it's a risk when you hold yourself and protect yourself from the different ups and downs of relationships. The older that you get, some people can't help it. Some people it's not a voluntary thing. It's not something that you have chosen to do. It's just something that just never occurs.
I think it's common for people who have been hurt in that way where you just don't trust stuff is real.
I was going to say that too.
Because it's like
if you've had one too many bad relationships,
it's like
then you're like I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm done.
I know that's what I was doing. I'm completely done. I didn't believe nothing you said.
Yeah. I think I had the same issue with you. I did have the same issue with you.
You did, because I didn't, even after we got married, I didn't believe, I was just waiting for the ball to drop, and then I started keeping it to myself. But anyway, and then, you just proved me wrong and just kept being yourself. And I was like, oh, okay, he is real. Because I had some,
Yeah, you had some doozy
really
relationships.
Bad, like, unnecessary lies. This just didn't make sense.
Right, that was crazy.
Yeah.
What was I saying?
Because I was saying sometimes it could be from your history. You don't trust people.
Yeah. Even if that is part of your history, I would not say that is the point. I'm not making the point about people who have had bad history. I'm talking about people who don't have enough history.
Oh, okay.
And they get into it, and then they're like, oh, this is too much. Or even if, well, I'll address the people who got bad history. If you got bad history and you get into it, then and you feel you're being overwhelmed or being love bombed. That's the new thing that's that's a new term now, love bombed, meaning that somebody's just bombing a whole bunch of love on you, and it's like overwhelming the woman, and she feels like, hold on, like what's going on, and she feels defensive.
Is it
because
real? Like, do they? Oh, see, my little trust stuff come up all the time.
No,
so it's not that they think it's not real; it's just too much.
Both.
Because I wouldn't believe it.
Both.
I mean, for me, because see, that's my street.
But that's the street that many women is driving on, because that is why it's a term. Because it's like, is this real, or are you just trying to, like, what are you doing? Like, what is your ulterior motive? Because why are you giving me all this love like this? This is too much going on.
I'm just trying to think in the past, back in the day, did people love bomb people like that?
I think that they probably did.
Yeah, maybe we just believed it and then we didn't. I don't know.
But for people who have had that difficult past in relationships, when you are in a space of trying to wrestle with, is this real or it's not? I guess the best thing that I would advise to do is to.
Did you put? I'm sorry. Is to. I'll ask you afterwards.
Just do it.
I know, because something is happening, but go ahead. The best thing you advise is to.
The best thing that I would advise to do is to enjoy the moment that you're in. Yes. And not project a future into that.
That's good advice.
Even though it is very difficult to do.
But it
is very, very hard to do.
Enjoy the moment and keep one eye open. I mean, sorry.
See,
I can't help it. It is hard.
She's been married 27 years. She can't even do it.
I can with you. I mean, are you
No, I'm
kidding?
talking about like what I'm saying now.
Yeah.
The reason why, and I've told single women this before, is that when you look at every potential suitor as a potential mate, as a potential husband, you have skipped several steps before you got to the point where you would consider that person as a husband. Meaning, there's certain things that you have to go through emotionally, mentally, physically. There's certain things that they have to do in order to check a box for you to be like, I would marry him. But if you're doing that analysis on date 1, date 2, date 3, that's too soon, because you haven't allowed yourself to go through the emotional, physical, spiritual, whatever. I'm thinking about jungle gym that you need to go through for you to feel secure. That's the perfect example.
Go ahead.
The perfect example is the client that we just finished working with. She got pregnant before they got married. Yes. They got engaged and got pregnant, and then they immediately moved in together. And
they skipped a whole bunch.
Yeah, and so
they had to, I guess.
And then I think his father passed like all in the same week, and so they had
best friend.
They got engaged. His best friend and his father passed.
Something.
Too.
It was a lot.
They got engaged. Found out she was pregnant. His dad passed, and somebody else passed within like the month. I'll just say the month. So all that trauma hit them all at once, and so they were locked in, and they got engaged.
And then it was COVID.
Yeah.
They was in the middle.
So
of
they
COVID.
were locked in. So they ended up getting married, having a child, and living together, and then having a bunch of conflict. And when they came to us, what came out in our session was that she has certain hurdles that she goes through in order to feel secure. Ooh, this was so good for her. She has certain hurdles that she needed to go through in order to feel secure. And there's a certain security level that she needs in relational security and physical security that she checks with a person before she lets her guards down and feels ultimately secure. But because she was pregnant and got engaged, moved in together, and had to help her fiance through a death of a father, she never got a chance to go through those things. She was immediately relying on him for her security because she's carrying a child and she had a difficult pregnancy, I believe, and all those things. So what she realized three years after they got married, that's when they came to us, is that she never went through those steps in order for her to feel secure. So she was just doing the things that she needed to do in order to be married and try to make it successful. But she didn't have the feeling of security.
Yeah.
And so a lot of her questions and a lot of her angst, a lot of the things that she was giving off to him, unbeknownst to him and her, was because she didn't have that security. And what he was trying to do to give her security was not the things that she needed. He was like, I go to work, I do this, I provide, blah, 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 blah. I do all these things. You should be secure. She's like, yeah, but I don't feel like I'm secure. I don't feel like
She's needing help.
You care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Words supposed to be coming up there because they are. Is that normal?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have captions on.
Okay, I didn't know that. I don't remember seeing that.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say I don't remember, and I could be just because I don't remember because it's been so long ago. I don't remember like talking to somebody thinking this is husband. Like that was my, you know what I mean? And maybe because I wasn't like, maybe most people we talk to are like in the church and they're like trying to, but even though I grew up in the church, I didn't like, if I was talking to somebody, it wasn't like I'm looking at this person as a husband. I was just talking to somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember having those thoughts, like looking for, I mean, I always had in the back of my head, like what I would for, like, you know, what I would like for a husband. But whenever I talked to anybody, it wasn't like, is this husband material? Like, I don't know back then. I can't remember. I don't think I did that.
I don't know if you did. I don't think.
Because you were saying that you try to tell young single people now when you first meet.
I didn't say young. I didn't say young.
Okay, not young, but just people single.
Yeah.
Let's just say single people. I don't remember as a single person if I did that every time I ended up talking. I was just talking to the person. You like me, I like you. That was it. It wasn't like we're gonna do this till we
right. And
we
it's
get
hard.
married or we might get married. None of that was even a thought.
When you enter into a talking, dating, courting, whatever word you want to use, interaction with somebody, a lot of women are now like, I don't want to waste my time. A lot of guys too, like I don't want to waste my time because let me see if this thing is right for me quickly, so I don't want to waste my time. And so you're putting
money, time,
time, money, all that. So you're putting all of that decision making up front before you've gone through the process to weed out. So, like I said, just enjoy the date, enjoy the going out, enjoy the time that you all spend together, and let that be fun.
Yeah.
And don't project in the future, even though as hard as it may be. Don't project in the future.
Now I remember why I didn't have those thoughts.
Why not?
Because I was probably just trying to have fun and knew that I wasn't trying to marry nobody because I probably shouldn't have been talking to the person anyway.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So I was like already out to the left. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like, you know, nothing that I was like serious about. Unless, you know, no. Yeah. Mm-mm.
Okay. Let's get to Laterras. I'm sorry, Laterras, we've been on a tangent. It's our podcast. We can do what we want.
Sorry.
Nonetheless,
we was talking about him though.
Oh, I wanted to show his thing because his, if you all didn't see it.
Is it a video?
No, it's just graphic images. Let me see how I want to do it.
She seemed like she light skinned.
I'll do it this way. So on Facebook, he put out a post that was a picture of his fiance with a ring on, and then he had some words that said, "My present has finally caught up with the future, and it
Why
is
are you talking like that?
You are here.
Oh my goodness!
I have settled without settling. My soul rests in your love."
Oh my gosh! Don't.
And then a smooth picture, nice suit, sir, double-breasted situation
She's really
going on.
short because he's not that tall.
Right. So he's hiding her. He's not going to show who she is until I don't know, maybe the wedding. I don't know.
He said something like he was going to stream it or something.
I don't know if he's going to stream the reveal of who she is or stream the wedding. That's ingenious. It's a marketing ploy. I have to give you credit. Good job. Nice picture. Then he said, "Thank you for loving my children like they're yours, and for providing the loving and for proving that loving me means loving all of me."
I don't know why you sound like that. Why you sounding like that? Are you trying to sound like him? Because that's what you sound like.
No, I'm not trying. This is how I feel. This is the energy he's given to this. I mean, this is a whole post.
Okay.
You are a gift without a return receipt, and I will handle you with reverence, with care, with intention.
Is there more? Oh, gosh. Stop. Was
nice
that it?
picture. I think, no, it's not it.
There's more? Oh, wow.
The Lord is granting me the ultimate do-over, and I will love you with precision.
Good job.
Who would have thought that Cali Worship booking the Dear Future Wifey podcast would turn into me desiring to book you for life?
Cali, what does that mean? Cali Worship.
That must be a worship center or a church or something.
Maybe it's in California.
Nice photo, sir. See, she got red hair.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be my greatest honor to take you from friend to fiancé, because that's one of the things he said he wanted to do. So now,
somebody he's known for a while.
No, he just met her a year and a half ago.
Oh, okay.
So now, as I kneel before you in love and submission,
oh my gosh,
my black queen,
oh my God,
the love of my life, will you marry me?
Oh, that's how he asked her.
Ringage, bling, diamonds all the way around. That's about a nice two carat and some change up top. Different angle. Look up at it. Yeah. I give you credit for that, sir. Well done. Well done indeed, Mr. Laterras Whitfield.
Yay.
So, we were recently, a couple weeks ago, asked to sit in a panel discussion with some newly married couples. Yeah.
No, premarital.
Premarital. Thank you. Premarital couples. There's a premarital ministry that was going on in our church. At our church, and we were invited to come on there. And they asked us some questions about community, and I thought this would be a good area to I guess, out of all the different advice you could give one person who is engaged. I wanted to center it around the community. And so the question that was put to us was, why is community critical to the success of your marriage? And so we want to offer our unsolicited advice to you, Mr. Laterras Whitfield, and at all everybody else who's engaged about why I'm
sure he knows
why community is critical for the success of your marriage.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Do you want to go first?
Sure. I got to put my glasses on so I can see my notes.
Please do.
Because I was trying to see it without it, but that ain't working.
What do you think? What are you doing?
I don't know. I was just going to try.
If I wear glasses on as
I know. I need to get my little glass thing. You bought me one.
You need to wear them as well.
I need to find it. So why is community critical to the success of your marriage? So one of the things is when you surround yourself with like-minded people, you learn that everyone is especially people who first get married, like in marriages at the the beginning, and not like at the newly married people.
Okay.
And not second newly married people. Right. I'm talking about first time ever being married. You when you surround yourself with like-minded people, you learn that everybody is adjusting. Everybody's going through something. So you find out, you're not the only ones. Everybody's trying to figure this thing out. Because you learn that you're not on an island. So that's number one. Second thing is you also learn that your issues that you might be going through, they're not that bad, because you see some other thing. And I'm just saying, you see some other things, you be like, ooh, I'm glad I'm not married to that. And I mean, because we came up in the community, and sometimes you just see things, it's like, that's interesting, because you be like, oh, okay. So you learn that Oh, you just learn to give your spouse grace because you're thinking like, we we all right over here, whatever. Because so you see things that you may not like. The third thing that I was thinking.
Hold on, I want to jump in.
Oh, you want to jump in on that?
Well, I had what you were saying. I have that's related to one of mine.
Okay, go ahead.
That it by having a community, it normalizes the issues that you go through.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, it normalizes the issues that you go through.
Yeah.
Because it allows you to see similar struggles or either different struggles in other couples, and you don't think that your issues are like such a big tumultuous issue in life that shouldn't be there. And so that's what having other people in your circle allows you to see.
Yeah, you're not on an island.
Right.
Everybody going through adjusting. That's what I mean about everybody's adjusting.
Right.
Whenever you bring two people in a house that ain't never lived together, guess who's going to be adjusting? Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody
better be adjusting.
What?
Or else somebody's miserable.
That's where the problem lies in when people not. So the last thing that why I think community is good, because this is my thing that I always say.
Stamp.
This is my stamp. Marriage is not a cookie cutter. It's not the same. So what goes on in somebody else's house may not work in your house. So it's just not a cookie cutter. So you have to learn to accept and value your mate's, like who your mate is, because, and you have to learn their likes and dislikes. But it might be different in somebody else's house. You might see something and they don't mind this, and somebody else does mind it. So it's just not a cookie cutter. So you can't you can't grow up and look at your parents' marriage and think that's going to be yours, because you're not married to your mother or your father.
Right.
You're married to whoever you just married, and he's coming from somewhere, something else that he saw, or that makes him who he is. So you have to learn to value and accept who you married to.
You just hit some bars there. Value and accept who you're married to, and then your marriage is not like your parents' marriage. I was thinking, you said that, I was thinking about one of our clients who had whose parents have a great marriage, and she was expecting her marriage to be like that, and she found out very quickly that she didn't marry her father. She married some dude.
Complete opposite of her father.
She married a dude. So her experience of marriage was completely different, and she did not know how to handle it.
No, she was expecting to see what she grew up in.
Yeah, and she was trying to reproduce that in her marriage, making him do all the things or trying to force him to do all the things, but he wasn't about that life.
That's not who he is. That's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, every household is different. Starting with your mother and fathers is different.
Yeah.
And I mean, what we supposed to do who didn't have a father? I mean, come on now.
I heard somebody say that it was a podcast I was watching yesterday. Kurt Franklin, Tyler Perry, Jeezy, and some other dude.
That was good.
I think Kurt Franklin said, or Jeezy or Tyler Perry said that if my father would have grown up like I did, if my father would have grown up with all the money that I have, I wouldn't be who I am today. And he was making the point that because his beginning and his background had a lot of struggle in it.
Yeah.
That the level of fight and tenacity that he had to create the future that he created for himself, and the stick to itiveness that he had, and the lack of quit that he had was generated because he didn't have anything.
Yeah.
And if his father would have been giving him everything like they're giving their children, then their fight would be a little different, and he would not have the things that he wouldn't be a billionaire / today. And so I was like, that's very interesting, because you look at how you grew up and you like, I want to do something better for my children. And when you do that, you then don't create you create that child.
But it's another thing that they said that was very key that stood out to me. Because everybody comes here with some kind of makeup, some type of spirit, because I see it in children all the time. You see all kinds. And it's like with or without money, you are going to be who you are with money or without money.
Yeah.
Even if you have it or if you don't have it, you're still going to have that same character of if you're going to do good with it or you're going to do bad. It's all like he was saying, it's about that heart. And we all come here with a certain kind of like, just like we have temperaments, disposition. Yeah. And you know, you all come here with a certain kind of disposition, and with or without the money, like, cause Tyler could have grew up that way, had nothing, and then not had the heart that he, in that his disposition could have been completely different. It's just who he is and
right.
As a person, because we all come here with that. And
so that's what when you said value and respect
and accept.
That's it. Value and accept the person that you're married to, and not the person that you think that they should be or that you hope that they would be,
or that you try to make them be.
That too. Yeah,
we've seen a lot of that. How's that working out?
It doesn't work out
for many. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone.
My notes I have on the screen. I have it creates having a community creates a system of communication and feedback. It normalizes relationships. I mentioned that already. And a system of communication is, what I mean by that is, it takes external people or external input, external data that is not your thinking, that is not your internal to your marriage, really specifically. That is not something that you or your spouse are talking about, and it has other people give feedback into that. That can be a good thing, it can be a bad thing. But if you have a community, then you have the exposure to, and we talk a lot about, when I say we, I mean we Universal, we talk a lot about how kids need to be exposed to different things so that they can be well-rounded and they can have a good background, a good upbringing, and then they can see different things and they can decide what they want to be based upon the exposure. And if you don't have that exposure, then you're limited in your scope and your focus about what it is that you can do or become as a child. We talked about Theo, Malcolm-Jamal Warner. The exposure to the Cosby Show allowed us to see an image of a world that some of us never even saw or didn't even know was available.
Yeah. I mean, if you just look at my life, basically, I was exposed to, because I'm originally from California, born and raised, but I've been on the East Coast, I don't know how long, but had I never went away to school and never been on, I think I'd have a completely different life, because I just would have been still in the same mindset of California, home, family, people, but whatever. The exposure that I got, like at Howard University and the people I met, just all of that, churches I went to, I'm completely different. I think I would have went a completely different
route.
Trajectory.
Yes.
He the word guy. That's why I heard the word in my head, but I wasn't sure how to say it. But anyway.
Yeah, and my mother, she grew up she was born and grew up in Camden, South Carolina. And when she went back there, when she was an adult, she was like, "Oh, I'm so glad I left this place." Because the people that still think the same way that they did when she was there. Anyway, my point is, having a external inputs of a community that is around you allows you that exposure, and allows you that insight and so forth. And people really want that exposure, even if you say, "I don't want people all up in my business," which is a standard cliche thing that people say, which is true. You should not have people all up in your business.
Right. It shouldn't be just anybody.
But having the right people in your business is necessary.
Do you have accountability couple?
Accountability couple.
On your notes. We have one.
I don't have it, but go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah, accountability couple is somebody that is something that we had when we first got married. We still have them. We don't use them like we did early on, because it's really good early on in your marriage to have them, because you just need for like difficult conversations or difficult decisions that people have to make, whatever. You need to go to somebody who you trust and both parties trust, and that are like-minded, that you look at their marriage and you like what's going on in their marriage, and they've been married a long time. Just somebody that is on the same page with like-minded things or whatever.
And you want to select that person that you both trust, that you both agree with, that you're going to do this thing, and you need to do that in a time where there's peace. You don't want to be trying to select a person that you want to get advice from while y'all are in a conflict, because whatever. if the advice given doesn't go your way, then it taints your perspective on whether they're being honest or not, whether they're being transparent, whether they're taking the other person's side. And it actually will affect y'all's relationship moving forward, because like, I don't mess with them no more because they did this, that, and the third, and you feel some type of way about that.
Yeah. And if you're not going to listen to them, don't get no accountability couple. Don't waste their time or yours.
Please
because, just be serious about it. Usually back in the day when we got that, it was serious. And I feel like today, because even...
we don't push... It was serious because our community pushed
community.
it.
But it was... But we there's no way they would say something to us and we just do whatever. We do the opposite like people do today. To me, I feel like you're really trying to help people, and you tell them, listen... If you want this to change, do this or don't do that. Blah, blah, blah. And I feel like people just go back and be like, swing from a tree and don't do you didn't say nothing. But it's like we say, you can't be married for people. They have to figure it out.
I'm thinking about somebody right now that is going through a difficult situation.
Yeah.
Going through a divorce. And I'm his accountability person.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say couple because it's just him now.
Right, because please, can I say it? I said a long time ago when we went through our boot camp.
Oh, Lord.
I was like, you see how that person is making decisions? You okay with that?
You can't say that. People may know that.
No, they wouldn't know that. That could be anybody. Okay, I'll be quiet. Let me stop talking. I'm done.
So but anyway, people hear that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But I be telling him, so now that he's going through divorce, I'm kind of like working with him to go through that process because it's a lot. And I'm giving him advice and he's not taking it. And so I think it was last Sunday, 2 Sundays ago, I was like, bruh, I don't think that people understand that because I've been doing this for as long as I've been, and God has given me very specifically the anointing to have wisdom and insight into relationships. I don't talk about that much because to me, I just don't, I don't feel like it's something for me to talk about. But God has given me specific wisdom and insight on relationships and to the point that we've been doing this for 25 years. That's a whole grown up. That's a whole quarter of a century. That's a whole generation that we have been working with couples, have seen too many different couples situations to number the pattern that they've gone through.
The pattern,
and when you recognize
there.
patterns, you can then predict what could potentially happen if they do A, B, and C. I said, people don't understand that this is who I am, and when I'm telling you to do something, I know what I'm talking about. I know exactly what I'm talking about because I've seen the pattern before. I've been working with you since the beginning, since you were single. And I know exactly what you're going to do. I know what you're not going to do. I know what will work in your relationship. I know what will not work. And when I tell you something to do, when I tell you to do something, I'm giving it to you as a suggestion because I cannot control you. And we honestly believe we cannot make grown folks do what they don't want to do. No. And we can't stop grown folks from doing what they want to do.
No, we came to that conclusion real early. Like, you know what? We can't be married for these folks. All we can do is give the information.
But if I'm telling you this, do it. Because I know what I'm talking about.
That's what I mean about, I feel like back in the day, we actually listened and
we
did. But I feel like these days, people might listen, they might take it, and they might not. It's just hit or miss.
And so he didn't listen.
See?
And then the next day he called me and he said, I won't go into the details, but the other person did for him what I told him to do for the relationship.
Did he get that?
Yeah, he got it.
No, like, did he get that? That's the same thing he to say.
Yes, because I told you to do A, B, C.
Yeah.
You were like, okay, that's a good idea. Thank you for sharing that. You did alpha, beta, delta.
He did C, D, F, G. Yeah. He did C, D, F, G.
He did alpha, beta, sigma. Alpha, beta, sigma. Then I was like, okay. I mean, you grown man, do what you need to do. Then you call me the next day and be like, yeah, she did A, B, C. I was like, that's the same thing I told you to do, but because you didn't do it, she had to do it for you. Now you look like Eve over here. I mean, Adam over here, following Eve, doing what it is that you should have been doing, what you should have been doing, but you didn't do it. And therefore now Eve had to do it.
You got the fruit all up in your hand.
Yeah. I mean, and now you looking like, what do I do now? Nigga, what you asking me for?
Right.
I told you to do this.
I don't know what you do now because you didn't listen. Anyway.
Yeah. So, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Off on a tangent.
Sir.
No,
I'm
we
sorry.
weren't on Laterras. We moved off Laterras.
We're still on the advice we're giving him. Okay, so what else? What's next? Offering that data, giving you that data from outside of your marriage is good. And I was going to make the point that you don't want to ask for data when there's time when there's strife. And people really want data when they want external input when there's strife, like from a counselor. Like if you got marital problems, if you having issues, you go to a counselor. And that's external input into your relationship that is supposed to advise you accordingly. If you have a community that's doing that on a regular basis, then you that helps further your marriage. Now, for you, Laterras, specifically because you rich, and I don't know what your wife like, and you have a business and you have things that you're doing, and you got to build a whole thing with your wife and so forth. Your circle may be different. You may need a different circles that can speak to different goals like that you want to have in your marriage. And so because your financial situation is a little different than just regular folk. So your circle is going to be different, but you need to have a circle. Whomever they are. I don't know if you know called Tyler Perry. I mean, people, well, no, he's not married.
Was he married?
Kirk Franklin. You need to holler at Kirk Franklin.
Oh, there you go.
You need to have people like Kirk Franklin in your circle because he done been through some things and he knows how to navigate certain spaces. And he's an OG. He's been married just long. No, he's been married, I think as long as we have. As long as we have. Maybe a little bit longer.
Longer,
and,
maybe.
We the same age.
Know.
So yeah, somebody like Kirk Franklin. So holler at Kirk and be like, I need you to, be my accountability partner.
Kirk need to have him at
the table. Yeah, at that table.
His little dinner thing he be doing.
What's my next point? So the other question that they asked us in that thing was, how do you learn and get to know one another while avoiding conflict? Oh yeah, how do you learn and get to know one another while avoiding conflict? Mm-hmm. That was asked in the premarital class. I was saying that if you approach, and this is so critical, it's so important, especially for very strong leaders, people who are very confident, both men and women, in yourselves and in who you are as like a profession, and then what it is that you feel is your identity as a person, as a man, as a woman. If you approach your relationship in a learning posture, then you avoid, what you're doing energy, because you do not know what you're doing. You do not know what you're doing. You've never been married to this person before. You've never seen this person on a Wednesday evening at 8:00 after a long day. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know how they feel. You may think that you know, but you don't know. And even if you knew while you were dating, it may change and then it's no longer valid. So what you knew when you were dating engaged is no longer valid. It's changed now to this. And you need to be able to learn what it is that you're doing with your and what it is that they're doing, and keep that energy of learning and not be so headstrong to think, I know this is what I should be doing. I know this is what we should be doing. I know this is the outcome. I know this is this, that, and the third. It keeps you away. It keeps your heart open for you to be wrong. It keeps your heart open for you to be wrong. And that's something that I've learned people don't like to be, which I don't understand. It baffles my mind. And I was telling, what's the guy that we met with the tent in the House Music Festival we went to in South Carolina?
Carol, I just know the wife.
No,
name.
not them. The first couple we met. I forget his name. Anyway, I met a couple. We was talking to
I think
them.
their last name was Williams.
Yeah, I know Williams, but I can't remember
I
his
can't
first
remember
name.
his name either.
But he was talking about some situations that he was going through with his wife and so forth. That's what happens. I just sit down, talk, and then relationships come up, and then I be giving free sessions at house music festivals. But he was talking about a situation he was going through with his wife, and he was like, "Yeah, I need to like not be so headstrong and so forth." I said, "I don't understand why." I said, "If I were to ask you, are you perfect? And what would you say?" You'd be like, "No, I'm not perfect." I was like, "Okay, so if you find out you're doing something that's not perfect, why are you standing on business and fighting for your right to be wrong? Why is your imperfection, you standing on business and be like, no, this is how it should be. This is what I think. This is what I feel it should be, blah, blah, blah." When if somebody's telling you that that's not accurate, that's not right, and you find out that you're wrong, then you're standing on business on being wrong. So be open to like, oh, okay, you don't think that's what it'd be. What are your thoughts about it?
Yeah.
So that you can get input again from somebody else to further nourish your understanding about what actually is going on here so that you can make a right decision. But if you think that you're straight up right from the beginning, you bring that I'm right energy, and now the person that you're talking to, your spouse, is on defense mode or either trying to over talk you. I know you got something to say, but I'm going to say this one last point.
No, you're fine.
I was talking to somebody, and she was talking about how when she feels that she's right with her boyfriend at the time, that she thinks she'll argue him down. It's like, you got to come to me with a whole case. You got to like present your case, this, that, and the third. And like, I'll keep going back and forth. I said, so what happens if you're wrong? He's like, then I'm not wrong. Like, what happens if you are wrong? What happens if it ultimately determines that you're wrong about what it is you were saying, thinking, or feeling? And then she'll be like, well, I'll apologize. I said, okay, so let me play this tape backwards to
I'm
you.
exhausted now.
To you from his perspective.
Yeah.
If he says ABC and you're like, no, alpha, beta, sigma. Mm-hmm. And it turns out 2 days, 1 week, a month later that you actually were wrong.
Yeah.
His process for finding out, for accepting or not accepting, acknowledging that he was right, is that you have to argue with you. I have to argue with you over and over again, and you're going to stand on business even though you're wrong. Time hasn't determined that. And then after you realize you're wrong, then you apologize.
Guess who don't want to talk to you no more?
So now that is your process for how you make decisions in conflict. That I'm right until you prove me wrong days later.
That's too much.
I said that relationship ain't gonna last. And
Wow.
it didn't.
Well, some of the stuff you said, I had some of the same things, but just, of course, said it a different way on how do you learn to and get to know one another with avoiding conflict.
Yeah.
So one of the things I would say is that you have to be a natural observer. And what I mean by that is you have to sit back and listen before you make a move. So you have to just sit back and observe. And what that does over time, that allows you to collect, because he was saying you have to learn the person. Over time, that allows you to collect all this data of what you've been observing and seeing. So before you make a move, you need to sit back and observe. And over time, you collect all this data, and you find out what works. Well, when you over time, it allows you to collect data and you find out what works and what doesn't work, or what to do or what not to do. Now, the trick is what you're going to do with the data. See, that's where the problem. That's where the problem comes in for a whole lot of folk, because you observe and you get all this information, and then what do you do with it? Do you continue to do what you know gets on your spouse's nerves, or do you take that information and do something different with it? That's the trick. That's where the rubber meets the road right there. That's why people for a long time be like, I don't want to be here no more, because you get all this information and they say, I don't like when you do that. And then you get all this information and you figure out you could either, at that point, you got a choice. you could choose chaos and continue to live in that chaos, or you could choose peace and do something different. So, what other point I wanted to make on that?
Before you leave that point, or are you going to finish? Go ahead and finish your point, but I don't want you to leave that point because I have something I want to say.
Yeah, well, I have, and then I have something about me in that area, but yeah, about us. You want me to keep saying it? Or you want to say your point? It's still on this stuff.
Okay, go ahead.
So I was going to say that for me, I am a natural observer. So I sit back, and over time, I had to learn Heath's likes and dislikes, because I just naturally, over time I learned his likes and dislikes. What else I was going to say? So over time, I learned like what makes him the stuff he liked and disliked over the 27 years. And so I either could continue to do that stuff or like don't do it because I know he dislikes it. I had to look at my notes because I can't remember.
Go ahead. That's why you wrote some notes. That's okay,
So,
baby girl.
I chose.
Look at your notes. Help the people.
So I am a natural doer. So over time, I learned his likes and dislikes. So I chose not to do those things that make him upset. But truth be told, after 27 years, I still got to practice, because I still do some things that he don't really like. But I don't, it's like a habit for me. But what is important, my point is, what's most important is my posture about what I know his likes and dislikes are. My posture isn't to like, I'm gonna do what I want to do and keep doing it. My posture is like, okay, I know he don't like that. I got to learn how not to do whatever, because for me, it's just like a habit or something, but I know he may not like it. So even, some things was easy to change, but I still got things I'm trying to like, I try not to interrupt him, whatever. There's things, it's a habit. But like I said, it's my posture on what I think about it. It's like I ain't out here like, I don't care. You just need to get over it. I hear all that nonsense. That ain't you chaos. Okay, choose peace.
Very good.
You're welcome.
Good job. You talked about what are you going to do? What are you going to do about that? What was your statement? What are you going to do about the information that you observe? Yeah,
that's the key, because you could be an observer, and once you get that data, the key is, what do you do with it? Right. Are you going to continue to this? My notes say, are you going to continue? Are you going to make that shift and compromise and do something different? Or are you going to continue to do the thing that irritates the spouse? Yeah. Why?
So it's so interesting that you said that, because when I get up now in the morning, I do my devotion / prayer / Bible study. And the first thing before I actually start my work day, and that may go from anywhere from a half an hour to an hour. Yesterday, when I was doing my devotion, was it yesterday or today? Mm-hmm. I think it was yesterday. It was yesterday. When I got up in the morning, right before I woke up, and this is how I've learned. This is how I've learned that when the Lord speaks to me, he speaks to me different kind of ways. But one way that I've learned that he speaks to me is that I have a very solid thought, mm-hmm. that is a full thought in my mind that didn't come from anywhere. That I wasn't thinking about anything, and it was like, boom. It's like, where did that thought come from?
What did he say? $1 million?
No, he didn't.
Darn it. Okay,
but I was
Jesus.
like, and I was laying in bed, and I was like, where did that thought come from? And it comes with a feeling.
You were in bed, you weren't down doing your Bible study?
I was getting ready to get up, and that thought came in my mind. And so when I got up, I went down and I wrote that down, and then I did Bible study on that and fleshed out a whole message that I preached to myself.
Okay.
I'm probably actually going to, and I had another one today. I'm definitely going to share the one I got today. Woo, the one I got today was a good one. But the message yesterday that I got, and I wrote it down, it said, your foundation is not what you learn, but how you execute what you learn. And when people are thinking about relationships and having a foundation like Laterras, like you about to have, the foundation is not like, okay, the time spent in the beginning or the things that you all did or experienced. That's not necessarily the foundation. That is the time that you spent, but the foundation is how did you execute the things that you were doing during that time, which create the habits, the norms, the culture of your relationship that you actually operate in.
Yeah.
And those are the things that those are the things that your spouses respond and interact off of, the decisions that you were making. How did you listen? Like you just said,
Yeah.
you realize that there's certain things that I don't like and you just stop doing it. Now, what if you would have been like, you just got to get over that, blah, blah,
Right,
blah.
right.
I would have responded to that in a negative way.
Now we're down that road.
Exactly. And then you would have responded to me. And so that conflict, that combative conflict is our foundation.
Yeah.
So it's not the time spent, it's how you execute the information that you learn during that time.
And that was another thing I wanted to say that I did not say is that when you observe and when you have to take the information and do something with it, and I was saying like with you, after 27 years, some things was easy for me to change, but some things I'm still trying to change. But like I said, what's important is your posture. What I wanted to say is that I think of that behavior and I try to change it as opposed to just like, no, this is just, you just got to deal with it.
Right. Okay. Do you have anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. How's the process?
I take them into account and try to change.
Yeah. Okay. I think that you covered some of my stuff. I had the process of learning one another. So there's a process that you just talked about of learning one another, and then what you do with that information. That is really more important than what you learn.
It is, because we know somebody with a head full of stuff. They got so much data in their head, and
you don't do nothing.
They don't do anything.
You don't do anything
all
with it.
that stuff.
And one of our clients in the beginning of their marriage, when we were seeing them, we gave them a challenge to do as a result of some homework, and we said, let's meet in 2 weeks. You'll have 2 weeks to do it, and then you get back to us. So they came back 2 weeks later, and when we asked them what they did, he was like, well, I did A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. And then we asked her what she did. She's like, well, I tried to do A. Like, what? Like, wait a minute. What do you mean you tried to do it?
What
like,
are we supposed to talk about now?
like, what did you mean when you tried? Well, I was thinking about doing A, and so when I got ready to do it, but I didn't get a chance to do it yet.
Yeah.
So out of the 2 weeks that we were working with, out of 2 weeks that y'all been together, he took the information that we said. He did A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and you tried to do A, and and him hearing that,
he was done.
Him hearing that out of all the stuff that I had tried to do for you,
I think he was done there.
and then your effort is an attempt to do A that you didn't even really do. Yeah, I'm done. And he shut down.
Oh,
so
Lord.
it's what you do with that information. And if your spouse hears that you're not doing anything with the information, then it's they may shut down.
This is what I mean about the posture.
Yeah.
Then you have to have, they have to see some effort, something. I'm not just out here wailing
Flailing around.
Yeah, trying to do this on my own.
They have to see that you're trying to.
Yeah, they have to.
If they see that you're not trying to, it decreases their motivation to want to try and do the things that they actually have done.
And then that's what kind of turns into a tit for a tat thing. And then that's a whole nother spiral.
And that actually good transitions to the couples challenge that I wanted to announce that we're going to be doing in September. The couples challenge, we're very, very good at coming up with activities and fun activities for couples. And I know there are a lot of things that people can do in person and online that require a whole lot of soul searching and emotional work, like what people do with therapists and so forth, that becomes very taxing. One of the things that we have gotten really, really good at is creating activities that are fun that also do the same, if not a deeper
Bring
level
out
of work.
the same issues.
That not the same, the same issues. They bring out the same issues, but address issues and solve the problem as well. And we do it in a fun environment. That's why the whole boot camp was created. We were able to deal with very, very serious issues out in the boot camp in a fun way everybody's laughing and having a good time. So we're going to do a couples challenge. We're going to probably do it in September. We're going to do it in September. I got to wait for Bernie to get,
How soon in September? Because, I'll just be kind of...
I was just saying, I got to wait for Bernie to get back from her trip because she's going on a trip on my birthday. But that's okay. I said she can go.
I tried to get him to come for his birthday, but he didn't want to go. It's really, really far. It wasn't all girls.
It is an all-girls trip.
Okay.
There's no men going.
Well, no, I don't know if there's
no men going.
Well, I'm going
anyway,
with my sister
the couples challenge is going to be this. There's going to be a secret mission. Hold on, let me single myself out.
Yeah, there you go.
There's going to be a secret mission. And we're going to give the man his own secret mission, and we're going to give the woman her own secret mission. And neither one of you will know what the other mission is. And you have to execute that mission on your partner or your mate during either a week or 2 week period, probably a week long period. The challenge will be 2 weeks long. And based upon, okay, so you're going to do that. And then we're going to have a check-in after a week. Time frames I'm loose on the time frames. I haven't fleshed it all out yet. But we're going to have a check-in, and I'm going to ask a question to you. And it's going to be a question that you won't know what your mate's mission is. But based upon your response, I'll know or we'll know if that mission was successful or if it's moving towards success. Likewise, we're going to ask your mate a different question because you're going to have a different mission. He's going to have a different mission, or they're going to have a different mission. And then when they answer the question, we will know if you are successful in accomplishing your mission. And then after it's all over, we're going to come together and then we're going to share what the missions were and what your experience was. And so that is a way, that's a way to do something fun. You don't have to talk to one another about what you're doing because it's a secret mission. And it does two things. It puts you all together in a relationship space where you are doing something actively for the other person that's intentional, that is beneficial and helpful to your relationship. And it does the second thing is that your mate doesn't know what you're doing. So they can't be like, remember, he from Bernie said you got to do so-and-so, so why aren't you doing that? I don't feel like you're doing so-and-so and so-and-so. All
right.
Because they won't know what it is. So you can fail quietly. Like if you don't know, if you're not doing a good job, your mate doesn't know it, which is great because you can practice doing things intentionally without them knowing what you're doing so that we get the credit for it. What their experience should be is that they just feel differently. They just feel better. They don't know why, because that happens every time when we do a mission like this. The spouse doesn't know what happened. They just feel a peace. There's a lightness. There's a lack of conflict. And so that's going to be the challenge. In order to participate in this challenge, you have to sign up. It's free. There's no charge, but you do have to sign up.
Create community.
Huh?
It creates community.
Yes, it creates community. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That was my point. Yeah,
we're like-minded people. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it creates community. Well, it's free to sign up, but you do have to register. You have to sign up for it because we're going to need to send you your secret mission, and then we're going to do also throughout that week. If you got some Q&As, if you need some help, if you got some questions that you want to ask us, you can send us those questions, and we're going to do a live Q&A of those questions. And because they're anonymous, no one will know what who sent the question in or to whom this this question applies. So it makes it even fun and interesting that way, because you're like, oh, what's he going to say? I got a question. I want to see how I do this. Let me see what he's going to say. Oh, and part of being in the community, somebody else's answer or question may be beneficial to you that you didn't even know.
Right.
So this is a way that we can create the community, that you can work on doing something intentionally for your mate. You can meet. I'm not saying meet other people, but yeah, get input from other people and allow yourself to do something fun and engage with us in a way that I think will be fun and entertaining.
Yeah.
So
good job, Heath. We're
going to be doing that. So look out for the information. If that's something that you all want to participate in, then we're going to have a registration, and we'll be putting out more information about that later next month. But I want to announce it here. We'll probably be announcing it in our podcast subsequently. So, yeah, that's going to be a part. Oh, that's a part of our couples crew community. So if you are a couple, whether you're dating, engaged, married, or whatever, it's dating, engaged, married, or going through a divorce or something like that. The couples crew is where you will where you can get this kind of information, get this kind of feedback and input from the community that's outside of you, that's helpful for your relationship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job.
This was a long episode. This was, hour and a half.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
it's our first time.
It's our first time back. We had a lot of stuff to share.
We did.
And Bernie likes to talk a lot.
I'm trying to talk more because y'all is out there talking about. Can you say more? Can
Please.
you? Because he be doing a lot of talking. We want to hear you to talk more about. But I'm not the talker. He is. But I'm going to try to be obedient and talk more.
See, first of all, let's not. You are the talker. You are
I'm not
talker.
the talker. I'm.
She be talking. She be talking because as soon as we would get off a call, she'd be like, "Oh my gosh, can you believe that someone?" Now she talking me to death. Like, why didn't you say that in the call? I don't know. It didn't come up right now.
Yeah, I don't get downloads all the time.
Anyway, okay, so we will be in contact with you again. I think we try to do this every 2 weeks or every week. I don't know.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Are you gonna be here in 2 weeks?
Yeah, I think I have 3 weeks before I leave.
Okay, so every 2 weeks, and we will be back in touch with y'all then. Thank you for tuning in, R. Lewis.
Thanks, R. Lewis.
Love you, girl. Appreciate you. And we will holler at y'all later.
Bye. Is it off?